I still think it's one of the biggest mistakes I made in my whole entire life. I succumbed to peer pressure because the way I was raised, I knew I wasn't supposed to drink, smoke marijuana. And if my parents knew what I was doing, they'd be pretty upset with me. But I did it anyway. My friends and I were playing basketball, and after the game, I really thought that we were going to get Gatorade. So we walked to a nearby neighborhood, and they just started putting out alcohol. That wasn't a good night at all, because it led to other things. And that's how it all began. I wanted to go in the military so bad that I did stop for a little while, because I knew that going into the Army, you would be tested for drugs. But when I got to Richmond, Virginia, and took the test, the doctor called me in the office and he said, I'm sorry, Mr. Hall, I won't be able to pass you. Things felt hopeless because that was my dream, to do my 20 years. Then after that, I would go to college and pursue my Bachelor of Science degree in graphic design. And after that, it was like I had no shot. Close to like a year after that disappointment, my father died. Went to work one day, never came home. And the next time I was to see him, he was in a casket. Sometimes the only thing you got to hold on to is hope. And that just took all the hope out of me. It still hurts to this day. Like right now, it's a sadness that's rolling over me right now. And it's hard to explain. I just started running away from everything and never stopped. Until Pivot. They loved on me, they gave me a great place to stay. We studied the Bible every day. And as I was studying Bible, I gained more confidence in myself because it's like God was changing my heart. So when I got in the classes that Pivot offered, they talked to you. They brought up the hidden things that you weren't facing. Like it was a lot of things that I wasn't facing. Like the death of my father, that was a trauma. Not being able to get in the service, that was a trauma. And one that was added on to that was my mother's death. Pivot gave me all the tools that I needed to stay sober and clean for the rest of my life. I was that confident. Matter of fact, I think I was overconfident. And in reality, I got so overconfident that the same thing that kept me sober is the same thing that I neglected. I stopped doing all the things that kept me clean. I stopped going to church, put my Bible down, collecting dust, stopped exercising. It didn't happen all at once. It was a gradual thing. And before you know it, I was right back to square one. I just got to running again. I always reflect back to what the pastor tell you, because everything he really told me came to light. He said, don't get the big head. The big head means that you think you got it, because this is a lifetime struggle. You're gonna always have to fight against that addiction because it's laying dormant, waiting to arise again. So when I left and went back home, I thought I had it. And as I speak to you right now, exactly what he said. He told me, no need to go back to your old neighborhood, because some people don't care about you. They just want you for what they want. I just kept hearing the pastors. It's just like he was sitting on my shoulder, you know, like the good guy on this side and the bad guy on this side. He kept saying, Rob, you're going in the wrong direction. You need to turn around. You need to pivot again. So I gave him a call. He said, it's nothing wrong with trying to keep your life right. There's nothing wrong with getting your life back together. So you should not be ashamed of that. He said, you always got a seat at the table. He sent me a ticket, and I was back again, trying to save my life. When I came back, I realized there was still trauma because I could feel it. Stuff that I thought I was over, I was still crying about. Like, I still cry about it now. When you know you're on the right side of the Holy Spirit, He'll help you handle these things. But when you're on the wrong side, it just pounds on you like a hammer. You know, I'm just glad to be back on the right side, man. In a great neighborhood where hope, love, all that good stuff reigns supreme, man.